So the World Economic Forum talks about the critical skills that we need to develop for 21st century. I'm going to call them the 4 C's of creativity, communication, collaboration, and critical thinking skills. If you notice, these are all soft skills. These are not technical skills. And so the challenge, though, is we know that these are soft skills, yet we spend a lot of time pushing content. And so we know that we need to evolve beyond learn by knowing. Doesn't matter how much is in your head. How do we then elevate that into learn by doing? And so I think that all of us, especially in HR, know that knowledge is not the same thing as application. We spend billions of dollars in training, and we hope and pray that some of that stuff will stick when we get back on the job. But the truth is that the way that we're delivering this content is everyone is sitting here, we're spoon-feeding you 5-minute bites of content, and we hope that some of you remember what we talked about, but the truth is most of you will not. So let's stop spoon-feeding our employees with content. Let's get them to take ownership of their learning through something I call learn, think, apply, and share. So let's move beyond. It's in a time for us to evolve beyond just knowing, but into getting critical thinking skills through thinking, applying it, and ultimately sharing it. So we build a community of peer-to-peer because all of you actually have so much to share. So I'll give you a quick example. Imagine I want to learn rapid ideation for design thinking. I can give you a quick snippet of that. I get you to think about it, and what does it mean to you? I get you to quickly apply it by snapping it, upload a picture of it in your phone, share it within the community, right? And so how do we actually deliver this kind of training at scale with your tens of thousands of employees? We know right now in terms of mobile, over 1 billion people are actually on their mobile. In terms of the workforce of the future, you are not sitting at your desks all the time. We know that people wake up in the morning and touch their phones. Over 80% of you take your phones to the toilet, right? We spend 4 hours a day on your phone. Why are your employees different? They're also bringing their devices to the phone. So why do we keep forcing them to come into classrooms and places and not allow them to use their phones to do critical things? And so while we know this, there's a huge difference between mobile first and mobile responsive. We talk to people and they say, yeah, we're mobile. But when something is not really designed for mobile first, it's a completely different user experience. Many HR people are saying mobile is not working, mobile learning, is because they actually weren't designed for that. They were designed for mobile responsive. So a mobile first designs for a small format. It has to be bite size. It was designed for this screen. You can't talk too much and talk too long. So this whole format is actually very, very mobile first. So thank you very much, HR Disrupt. And in terms of why is that very different? We touch our phones almost 3,000 times a day, right? We are touching it. So if you were to design a learning experience on mobile first, you would actually design it so that people can chat, take Wi-Fis and selfies, right? And you want to make it so that it's really tactile. The other thing that's critical is you want to make it very, very easy to create content. So it has to be done on your phone, on the web, simple. Long gone is the days of 6-month cycles of creating content. And so the idea also of creating engagement is you want to use gamification rewards. After you've finished your program, most of us are not really motivated to learn, unfortunately. So I can give you a free lunch with your CEO, unless you don't like that person, then maybe we'll try something else. So you want to give them some kind of motivation. And so we know that actually if the enterprise were to shift to mobile, we would improve productivity by 36%. 36%. And so if we know that we're doing this and we're improving productivity by delivering content on mobile, what are we doing in that mobile? Imagine if we can do what you guys all love to do, chat. Knowledge sharing, we can learn from each other. So how do we actually take the knowledge and my experience and share it in community? Because the idea of collaboration and peer-to-peer sharing, there's so much tacit knowledge in your organizations. So how do we encourage that using platforms? Using technology. So we actually know that I'd like to encourage all of you to let's elevate ourselves beyond the learn by knowing, and let's stop spoon-feeding content and really move into a learn by doing, by getting people to apply what they've learned on the job and using technology to track exactly what they've done. Because ultimately, it's not just about knowledge. It's the knowledge plus the doing of something that's going to drive the application and the ultimate business impact. If I teach you sales, I need you not to know about sales techniques. I need you to actually go sell. So at the end of the day, we're all here to really think about how are we really going to empower our people by educating them, ultimately to elevate them, and let's all grow together on the go. Thank you very much.